So I'm standing here near the intersection of Winchester Street and Key Road, and the city's plan is to put one of the new roundabouts at this very intersection behind me. So the 100 Nights Homeless Shelter has been approved by the Keene Zoning Board to move to that red building right here on Water Street. The pentathlon might be one of the hardest events to succeed at in indoor track and field. One of the events you have to do, the shot put. Despite coming up short of the championship, the women's basketball team is still hard at work right in the gym behind me. This intense rivalry matchup remained close the entire time and had a little bit of everything. Drivers on Winchester Street could very soon be thrown for a loop, literally. The Keene City Council is looking to add 2 new roundabouts here, one at the intersection of Winchester Street and Key Road, and another at the intersection of Winchester Street, Island Street, and Pearl Street. The mayor of Keene says it is a much-needed change.
So basically we came to the conclusion that we needed to do some work in that area to take care of and improve those intersections and make the traffic flow a little bit better so that you have less wait times and less congestion.
So I'm standing here near the intersection of Winchester Street and Key Road, and the city's plan is to put one of the new roundabouts at this very intersection behind me. However, the 2 businesses behind me of Sandry Companies with Sunoco and Keene Retail LLC with Chipotle are being impacted by those plans, as the new roundabout will have to cut into their properties, taking away that entrance on Winchester Street to Sandry Companies and Sunoco, as well as that entrance on Winchester Street to Chipotle.
We have been trying to build a convenience store there for many, many years. The roundabout is going to take our primary ingress completely out. So it's going to make what was a very successful convenience store an inconvenience store.
Since a deal for the land could not be reached between the city of Keene and the 2 businesses, the city voted to take the properties by eminent domain, something Mayor Hansel says was a last resort.
So we had to figure out, okay, where on the street should the roundabout go? Where are the least amount of impacts possible to the other property owners? Because obviously eminent domain is a last resort for any government. It's not something that anyone likes to do.
But Bean says the new roundabouts will not be beneficial to the public, nor his business.
We are not big believers in roundabouts. If you take a look at the roundabout history in Keene, particularly at the intersection of Route 101 and Winchester Street, there have been over 300 accidents there in 8 years. All we did was just try to develop a business there quietly, and all of a sudden the city comes in and says, we're going to destroy your business by putting in a roundabout.
Public opinion on the roundabout plan is mixed.
And I think the more roundabouts we have, the better, especially over near Sunoco.
So to me, roundabouts are stupid. They're the craziest thing, and I think the most unsafe thing.
I like not being in long lines waiting for traffic lights to change.
The mayor says construction could begin this fall, but Sandry Companies is considering a legal challenge to the eminent domain action. Matt Holderman, KSC TV.
All right. Send it.
At the plate and in the classroom, Emma Peedy has a thing for building. Whether it's building on softball skills or building on, well, building skills, she puts her all into everything she does.
With softball, yes, it's 8 a.m., but I come here with 100% and I come to work hard. When I go to class, I come 100% and I come to work hard. I put everything I have into everything I do.
Emma is in her senior year at Keene State, and for years she has been dedicated to the Owls softball team, as well as her major, architecture. She says that her love for both started right around middle school or high school, and were both influenced by family.
I grew up in a baseball family, so I never started playing softball when I was younger, though. My mom was about dance and twirling and gymnastics. I got into softball because my dad liked it a lot, and then my brother plays it as well.
But it was specifically her mom who gave her the idea to pursue architecture.
So my mom suggested the idea. She said, because you're so pinpoint and straight line, symmetrical, and you love math, let's try architecture. So tried drafting freshman year, and I loved it.
Now, Emma has plans for the future with architecture and one dream job that ties back to her love for softball.
I would love to be my own architect. I would love to get licensed. My dream would be to design a baseball stadium. That would be pretty cool. I love them.
But softball wasn't always easy for Emma. She had some struggles at the beginning of her collegiate career that she has since improved upon.
From freshman year, I was a lot smaller and I couldn't really hit it over the outfielder's head, I'd say. But being in this program and with coach and my teammates always improving, I can hit shots now. So
the fact that she's put so much effort and energy into becoming a stronger human has made a giant difference with her bat. So she's no longer warning track power. She will be able to get it out of the park this year. So we're really happy about that.
And although improving comes with some bumps in the road, Emma has slowly built her way to the top.
She's become one of our best utility players that our program has ever seen.
And she can't wait to build some more memories in her final year with her team.
we definitely have the winning in the back of our mind. It's just, we're lucky to be here, so we just have fun.
For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Matt Holderman.
I think if I just focus on like keeping everything low and on this side, then I will stay on it.
Skylar Gauthier is not your everyday, ordinary track and field athlete. She competes in the pentathlon, and that means she can do it all.
You have so many different events that you have to really focus on, and I don't know, I get kind of bored doing just one event, so.
The pentathlon might be one of the hardest events to succeed at in indoor track and field. One of the events you have to do, the shot put. But you also have to do long jump, high jump, hurdles, and to top it all off, an 800-meter sprint. And so far, Gauthier has done all of those events really well. When Gauthier competed in her first pentathlon of the year at the Bates Invitational back in mid-January, she put up a score that landed her in 5th place in the country for D3 athletes at the time, qualifying her for the New England Division III Championships.
I don't know, it was a shock. It was early in the season, which was kind of nice to just see like where everybody was, but yeah, I didn't expect it, honestly.
I mean, Skylar, she's an animal, truly. Like, she takes it so seriously. She cares.
But even the best of the best know that there's always
A lot of room for improvement, that's for sure.
However, Gauthier and her coach have different ideas in regards to where she needs improvement.
My toughest event is probably hurdles. Score-wise, it's just like not the best overall, but it's okay. I still have a lot of work to do.
I personally think hurdles is her strong point. I think we need to put it together in competition, and her biggest barrier with the hurdles is just truly herself, and with the hurdles it really takes just no fear. I mean, you have to charge full speed into these things.
And luckily for Gauthier, she's had a training buddy to help her out her entire life, or more specifically, a twin sister, Alexis, who has trained and competed with Skylar since the very beginning.
I do a lot of my training with Skylar anyways, so I think it's kind of helping her. I'm still, putting the reps in and doing everything with her, so it's pushing her a lot.
But don't be fooled. There's definitely still a sibling rivalry here.
No, there's competition. No, it's kind of a weird thing that, like growing up, our family just told us, like, when you're on the line and stuff, you're racing each other. And then when you cross the finish line, you're sisters again, so.
After crossing the finish line in her most recent pentathlon at the Williams Invitational, Skylar finds herself still well inside the top 50 in the country for D3 pentathlon scores. And with the New England D3 Championships coming up next weekend, the sky might be the limit for Skylar.
I don't know, if I can go to nationals, then I can go to nationals, but I just really want a good score for D3s.
For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Matt Holderman.